Hi, I'm Elijah with Hirsh Handcrafting. Today we're cutting an 8x8 Roman arch for the event industry on our ShopSabre CNC. I played professional basketball for 6 years overseas, and when it was time to retire, I was looking for ways to provide for my family, and we had a little bit experience through my wife with CNCs, so we decided to open our own CNC business. And what started off very small with a small machine quickly grew. We were outsourcing all of our big sheets. To a certain extent, it made sense for us to get our own, and that's when we got our ShopSabre. And so we went from a couple sheets a week to now this will be done, and all of this will be cut by the end of this week. And this is an example of a mobile bar that we make. It's completely unique to the customer. It's got this ripple or redid effect on the front that they opted for that option. It's something that could be done by hand, but what goes from taking 1 or 2 days by hand, it takes a couple hours at most on the machine. And one thing that makes us kind of special as a business is we cater to people that want to move our products from event to event, from city to city, or even state to state. And that helps us to customize their needs, and it all starts with the software. So let me show you how we do that. All right, so we use two main softwares to design our products. First one is VCarve Pro, which is great for toolpathing and all of that for the actual CNC. And Fusion 360 is really good for 3D models, so we can show our customers exactly what they're going to get once it comes off the CNC. So let me show you how we do that and show you how we get it done. So this is the arch that we're going to be cutting today. You've got 5 sheets total. 2 of them are copies, so this one is the same as this one, and this one is the same as that one. We decided to go with the dado and tenon method, so you can see here, these have little tabs on the top, bottom, and those tabs line up here with these. It really helps with alignment for piecing it together. So if we're having one of our employees do it, or if we sell the file to someone, it's very much a no-brainer on how to assemble it. It'll line up nice and clean. The dados are tight and they fit in nice and clean. And I can show you really quick how we get that done, just as a little pointer. We like to do the dados at 1/4 of an inch or 0.25. We come in equal distance, normally 1 inch, maybe 2 inches from the side, and line it up to the edge of the piece. And this is the male piece of the dado tenon, called the tenon. And to line it up, we just copy that one right here, move it up to where we want it on this part, which we want it lined up with the bottom of this. Now, you need to oversize the dado a little bit so that the piece fits in tight. My sweet spot is 0.02, and the thickness of the material is actually 1/2 inch. Nominally, that number is 0.465. So if we go over by 0.02, it would be 0.85. So go ahead and apply that. And then I want to make it 1 inch bigger, or 1/2 inch on either side. So we're going to do 10.3 as the width of this dado. And again, we will level that. So that's our piece now. So once this is all cut out, this is all going to be one solid piece like you see here, with no grooves or anything. It's just going to be cut out with the tabs. And that piece, or this piece, will fit in nice and easy here. And this piece will be here. It'll go up, it'll line up here. And then what that looks like on the final product is this. So each one of these tabs is going to be perpendicular to the face of the arch. It's going to set here, this one, and this one. And you can see here we've got 4 on each side. This backdrop is going to be collapsible. It allows for customers to put it in a trailer really easily. It's going to be 2 sections, each 4 by 8 feet, and it joins together in the middle here. And so this is the file. And let me transition over really quickly to Fusion, and I can show you with a 3D model of that. This is something that has really separated our business because our customers can see exactly what they're getting made, designed, cut, and assembled before we make it. So we make sure we are right every time on what they want, and they can get a really good visualization of it. And I can show you here, this is how it kind of collapses right here. You've got bolts on this side and this side that come together with finger bolts that hand tighten, that allow for really easily assembled. And what's special about this particular one, we're actually going to do a backside. So it actually doubles as a double-sided arch, which the customer's going to love. They don't know that they're getting that, but that's a little bonus that we did for them on this one. All right, now we got that done. I showed you the design, showed you the software, and it's time to load up some material and let's start cutting. All right, we got everything cut and ready to assemble. Before we do that, I did want to show you one thing that we showed you in the software, and that's the dado and tenon assembly method. So the tenon is going to be the male part and the dado is the female part. It drops in nice and snug. You do have a little bit of wiggle room forward and backwards to get that alignment just right. But left to right, up to down, it's perfect, and it just is a better product. It's stronger, it puts together quicker, and it saves you a lot of time and money thanks to the CNC. And now, let's see what it looks like all put together. Y'all saw us design, you saw us cut, assemble, and now it's time for the finished product. You can see here, this is the 8x8 Roman backdrop. You got the seam down the middle here. It's bolted through the top so the customer can break it down to move in and out of trailers from event to event. It's one of our more popular designs. You got the 3-dimensional 4 layers that add a nice dimension to otherwise a flat backdrop, and that combination with the ripple bar is a really unique touch that adds a lot to the different events and coordinators that we deal with. It still needs to get touched up a little bit. It needs to be painted, wood-filled, and put some finishing touches on it. But other than that, it wouldn't be possible without a CNC. It definitely makes what would take, I don't know how long, into a couple-hour job, and it's just fantastic. So hopefully you learned something. Thanks for watching.